In the 2 hours that passed, the streets were deserted.
Hello, Dungeon fans. The Liching Hour has come. Saturday night, Apocrypha Adventure Card Game. Tonight's cool because it is the last mission in the Book of Physicians. Everything's led to this for the two ladies, Evangeline and Savannah Proctor. Well, Savannah X. Last episode, Evangeline and Savannah raced to the airport in Atlanta to intercept one Dr. Stonewell. He recognized them because they become quite known in the physician community, having screwed up a lot of plans of theirs all up and down the East Coast. He recognized them right away and ran. There was a high-speed chase through the airport. He ran outside and ran into traffic. And Evangeline held him in her arms as he died. She said one thing to him as he was dying. She said, "Where is the one in charge?" And he only replied one thing. He said, "At the center." The ladies left there full of adrenaline, realizing and just feeling how close they were, and headed back to what they believed he meant, which was the Centers for Disease Control, the CDC, where they had just been, and then raced back to find him. The center, the Centers for Disease Control. Savannah, while Evangeline was holding Dr. Stonewell and guiding his soul to the appropriate and in the appropriate direction, Savannah, before cops came and stuff, managed to grab Stonewell's ID and identification stuff. And that made the return trip to the CDC a lot easier than the first time. They were able to get in. They found that, if you remember from last episode, something had gone down to CDC. Well, the ladies kind of know. The physicians are going a little haywire. They've kicked it into high gear, experimenting, testing, flexing their power over all aspects of study and especially medical study. And obviously they're home based out of the Centers for the CDC. So something was going on, and people weren't being allowed in, and there was this kind of a moat of utility trucks under the pretense that there were infrastructure problems at the CDC. They were able to circumnavigate that this time and get in a very low security. Once you got through that, the actual gates were a lot easier to get through than expected. So that's where we're going to join the ladies now. I mean, literally 35 to 40 minutes later, they're heading back to the CDC. They're pumped up. They're not going back to hotel. There's no rest. They're heading. They want to, before, just in case, they don't want to lose track of this, what they believe, what Evangeline has tried to explain to Savannah. This is potentially a novum. A novum, there are 9 of them. There are 9 leaders, per se, of different aspects of bad shit. That's the best way to put it. No, I'm sorry, that's not the best way to put it. I'm sure there's better ways to put it. That's the best way I could put it right now. This particular novum, she believes Dr. Zeiss told her when she called him when they were on their way to Atlanta. This particular novum goes by the name, has been around for as long as since science was born, and it is suspected that he created science. He goes by the name of Celsus. The novum are a group of, well, they're not a group because they don't band together. They all work on their own thing. They're all bringing about an apocalypse in their own fashion. They're not necessarily evil, but they're not necessarily on humanity's side. In particular, Celsus, it's believed, with conversation between Evangeline and Zeiss, that based on the things that Evangeline told Dr. Zeiss about the viruses and the different crazy shit they've been experiencing, the highly evolved humans and the hybrids, and he thinks that maybe the physicians are experimenting on how to evolve the human race to survive. And in fact, actually, somebody, was it Master Putin that hinted that or said that outright? Yes, he was. Yes, last episode, Master Putin, the last kind of guy that led them to the CDC, told them that they were testing these diseases and stuff were meant to help humanity survive what was coming, he said. And all saints who've interacted with other saints has heard of the boogeyman of the novum, but also what the novum were supposed to bring about, which is apocalypse. What they didn't know, between you and I, is that each of these novums is going to bring about their own version of the apocalypse, and whichever one gets there first is going to bring it. To us, it doesn't matter. Whichever one happens, it's the apocalypse. But to them, they all got their different aspects going on. And the physicians are trying to change humanity in the guise of cheating death, which happens to be represented by one of the novum, the Deathless, which that's another book for another day. So we are joining the ladies on their way. Mechanically speaking, this is relatively straightforward. I feel like I say that every time. There are 2 locations. The ladies don't know where to start at the CDC, so they're going to start at they figured, well, let's go to ground zero. Let's go to Stonewall's office and then go from there. And that is in the biosafety level 4 laboratories. That's here. And then there is one other nexus, which we'll find out more about in a bit. The mutations that were randomly determined tonight are unseen and fiery. Move this out. And one thing I think I want to do this time, I don't know if I'll do this every time or not, But I've already shuffled these, but I'm going to shuffle them again. The location. The last couple games have been, I mean, it's nice to have this kind of luck, but I'm not gonna say it's not nice, but I'm gonna shuffle it right now so I could never be accused of stacking those decks. The ladies are looking pretty good. They're almost full up with the fleeting fragments and enduring fragments. They're leveled up. Okay. Got a couple things that are going to happen. Whenever we mutate, we got to add yet another mutation die. And then there's a special thing for sealing for this game. We have one big bad and a couple minor bads. Every time we go to seal one of these, well, there's only going to be 2 times, we're going to meet. Well, you know what? I'm just going to play it. I'm just going to play it and we'll see how it goes. And okay. Let's do it. I'll move this a little bit. No matter how much I straighten out these cards, they always look askew. Frosty beverage. Okay. Oh, and there are some surprises waiting for us in the Blessing deck. Blessing. That's my Pathfinder Adventure Card Game showing through. No, the Omen deck. We'll see. You'll see. You'll see. All right. Starting off again with Evangeline. She has 3 Omens of Doom in her hand, a Charlatan's Book, an Extra Shot, and a Trephine. We'll call this the Winterfell Special. Winterfell Special. All right. Winterfell. All right. First pull of the game. Oh, look at that. Woman of Hope. If you have 7+ enduring fragments, stash this Omen. She only has 4. So, what do we want to do? Well, since she has 3 Dooms in her hand, I think we're going to stick with Doom for the moment. The Nexus Clean Room. During the evaluate stage, we have to trash our highest bonus die. Great. Excellent. Well, let's play at least one of these. Curiosity. If you cannot play powers to avoid during this. Okay, that's fine. I don't think I've ever avoided. I don't like avoiding. Okay, we're staying in Doom. We draw an Omen of Doom, and we're going to draw... we immediately draw another. Wolfram Cube. Okay, let's roll first. Then we'll start the story out. She has 3 mind. Tool, hack. I guess it would be nice to have extra cards. But I think she's going to be able to do it. She's going to roll 3. No bonus dice, so I don't have to trash anything. 6, a 5, and a 3. Yeah, okay. Savannah and Evangeline walk into the laboratories, one of these many buildings on the Centers for Disease Control campus. Evangeline assumes she reaches in herself. She's dropped away all emotion. She's paying attention to everything around her. She's laser sharp focused. That's what the Wolfram Cube is going to represent. Very sharp edges, hard, solid, ready to rock and roll. And she just flows right into that state. We're going to play an Omen of Hope and flip this sucker over. Evaluate, reroll your lowest bonus die. And we're going to investigate again. Parasite. Examine 2 from any nexus and return the examined cards in any order. That's kind of a cool ability that I would love to use. Hope this mutation goes here. Let's see. Die overboard. since I might be picking that up, and I just picked up the Wolfram Cube, because of her focus, it's going to boost her mind. She's in a heightened state. That's going to be 4 of those. And let's see, Conjure. She actually has Conjure 2 bonus dice. Okay, cool. Almost cool. 4, 7, 10. Reroll your lowest bonus die. Well, my lowest bonus die is a 2, so I'm going to reroll that. 5. I will take a 5. 5, 4, 9. That is 12. So, we did not mutate. You know what? I'm gonna use the Charlatan's book. During evaluate, I can discard this to flip 1 mind or soul die. I'm gonna flip the this 2 here to a 5, so I can use 5, 10, 5, 5, and 3. And then I gotta roll 1 die. It's a 3. If the result is higher than your mind virtue, her virtue is 3, so it is not higher, and she does not suffer any damage. So this is a discard. It's a holy gift. She gets to lower the cost, so it's not discard. She gets to recycle it. Okay. As she's walking in, if you've been following the story, they've been in a lot of places like this. The last, let's say, 3 months has been a lot of experiences just like this situation. She's walking in. She gets herself psyched up. She's in the zone. She's so much in the zone that when she looks around, she sees people. She sees people for exactly what they are. This isn't a foreign place for her. And this is on top of all the different hospitals she's been in, and all the different hospitals that she's been able to move around in. That's something else that's come up a lot. So she just like syncs up with exactly what she's saying. With what, hey, Heroic, how's it going, man? And so much so that it gives her almost prescient abilities. I'm not flipping it back over to Doom. We're going to hold on to she doesn't draw any new cards. She's all rock and roll. And we're going to pass that turn to Savannah. Savannah is also starting with a lot of mind. She's got a Wave of Mutation, Omen of Hope, 3 Mind Gifts, and a Plague Mask. Right on. Her first Omen is an Omen of Hope. Alright, she's going to use... She's feeling good. They're both feeling... This is a turn for them. As they're entering in the laboratories, they're heading towards Dr. Stonewall's offices. She's feeling good. A symbol versus a gift, she gets to add a bonus die. A memory stick. Well. She has 3 mind. She has study, and she gets to add another bonus die, and she gets to reroll her lowest bonus die. So let's see what happens here. 5. Yeah, she only needed an 8. Yeah. So as they're walking by, they're heading to, they stop and ask somebody where Dr. Stonewall's office is. And it's surprisingly easy. The people that are working there now, or they're in the laboratories, they're used to a system and an environment where people who aren't supposed to be there don't ever get that far. So there's no so when the Evangeline and Savannah stop to ask where Dr. Stonewall's office, and they find out it's up on the 4th floor, and the elevators are that way, there's no problem. And Savannah puts her hands on the desk and finds a memory stick and takes it just for good measure. You never know what kind of data is on it. They need everything they can right now. Or rather, she's actually, let's make it less of a physical thing she's picking up. Whereas just as Evangeline's found a certain focus, Savannah is finding a same kind of where she's drinking in everything she's seeing. Recording everything she's seeing. We're going to play an Omen of Hope. A symbol using body, add 1 body die. Okay. The elevator doors go to ding and open on the 4th floor. And what they see when it opens on the 4th floor is nobody expects this. Nobody expected this whatsoever. And in fact, actually, let's put it this way: they get in the elevator and hit 4th floor. The person who told them that they could they open up the 4th floor, and it's a reception area, but there's no reception. No, there's no one there. There's a desk. There's another door behind the desk. Which would be presumably Dr. Stonewall. It actually says it has a plaque that says Dr. Stonewall. In order for them to open the door, they've got to use his ID card. So they walk up. They realize that after a few minutes, and they use the card. It beeps. They open up the door to his office, and that's where they see something none of us expected to see whatsoever. Standing in the middle of his office, rifling through his things, turns around this being that, while mutated and freakish, looks oddly intelligent and confident. It turns and looks at them as if they had just walked into his office, and what the hell are they doing there? He has an air of authority, which all but dissipates when he lets out this guttural squawk. Yeah, it's party time. So this is Savannah. For those keeping track at home. All right, so this is good. She's got a lot of mind stuff going on here. Initiate. She's got to recycle a card. In fact, both of them do. That's fine. We'll keep that one. We're gonna recycle the Wave of Mutilation, and Evangeline is gonna recycle a Omen of Doom. Terminate. Display 1 new symptom. Okay, so we're gonna get catchy here. Mind or soul? Mind, for sure. Okay, we're gonna mutate. It's unseen. We had 1 for Evangeline. We had 1 for Savannah's special power. We had another 1 because of the powers of the mission. So we got 3. We're going to get rid of the lowest one, which is, that was a 2, which is going to leave us with 3. Evaluate. Cannot play evaluate powers. Oh, really? How bad is that right now for us? That basically means Evangeline really can't help. No, she can't help with that anyway. So, okay. Fine. So Evangeline's going to be able to let her reroll 3 dice on this. So let's count up what we got base-wise. Savannah has 3 mind. It has sense. She doesn't have sense. Does she have something? Oh, wait. Strike, study. Okay, she does. Good. Ooh. Wow. Okay, so I get to play one of the new, not new, it's not new, it's new to me because I didn't realize it. But, so she's going to, where did she pick up the worry beads? Was she in a hospital? Was she in an office like this? Savannah, in her kind of both of their states are very heightened states. Like I said in the beginning, they're still hopped up on adrenaline from racing to the airport and finding Stonewall and having him run into traffic, and then getting the idea that that they need to go back to CDC and racing back. This heightened sense of awareness that she's in. She when she sees this thing, but she sees everything else in the office, and there is one of those worry bead things that's just going tock, tick, tack, tick, tack. She, instead of that being a distraction, it kind of slows down time for her. Tick, tock, tick, tock. She's going to boost mine with that. And because it is a resist, and she has resist, she gets to add 2 bonus dice because her resist is 2. Okay. And then that was... What does she need to roll? A 14? She gets to reroll 3 of them. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and, since she picked this memory stick up just now, this kind of like foreshadowed the state that she's in right now. During a symbol, she's going to sacrifice this to add 1 mind die. All right, and then let's see, what do we got here? A symbol versus a threat using mind. Bury 1 gift, add 2 body dice. Don't mind if I do. That is her night autopsy, enduring fragment. When the examiners arrived, the coroner was already stumbling out of the room, pale as paper. Had the head wound been any less catastrophic, he might never have spotted a fist-sized sac at the base of your brain, its contents now splayed on the slab. A parasitic twin? Asked the one covering his mouth. A sibling? No, said the other. A pilot. Ooh, I don't remember reading this one. That's awesome. All right, well, should she use it? I think she should. I say yes. Wait a minute. Wait. Let's not get too crazy. Well, all right, so because something's going to happen. After we beat him, something's immediately going to happen. Do I want to blow it all here? I don't think so. We're not gonna blow anything. We're gonna roll 7 dice. See what happens. Homunculus boss. What if that's his name? Alright, I see a 6 here. I like it. I like what I'm seeing there. 6, a 5, and a 4 is 15. And that's all I need. Nothing fancy is happening here. Nope. Mutation's good. Our Nexus is good. Right. So, time slows down. The worry beads are going. Savannah looks ahead at this freakish thing. That, like I said, its black eyes for somehow communicate deep intelligence. Savannah reads the situation. Let's see. To seal this room, she's got to recycle your discard pile, which must contain at least 1 card. Tool hack study. Oh, but that's anybody here. Good. Nope, that's... Oh, boy. Here we go. Wait, hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna back up just a second, because... Damn. I need to discard a card. Wait, was the Wolfram Cube that she was using? Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, I don't know why I threw this away, but she was using, the Worry Beads. The Worry Beads, there we go. Worry Beads are discarded and they're in her discard pile. Perfect. Good. Don't have to back up. Savannah walks up to this thing, walks like halfway the distance. And she, although she doesn't really remember why, she recognizes his stance, and she matches it perfectly. And she stops and says, where is the one you answer to? And staring him in the eyes. And he looks like, he was ready. He's like getting ready for some kind of confrontation. And then he looks down. She holds his eyes for almost an interminably long time, and then he lowers his eyes and he steps aside. She's going to we're gonna recycle the Worry Beads here to seal this. When he steps aside, the desk chair behind the desk swirls around. He was blocking it, and in the chair is a very old gentleman. A very old gentleman. Oh, I forgot about this part. All right. We gotta switch hands here. Okay. This fellow, he's an older dude, but he looks like he's been in his eyes. It's almost like they see through them, both Evangeline and Savannah. But he's looking very much directly at Savannah. But Savannah almost loses it a little bit faced with this person. They all stare at each other for almost an uncomfortable amount of time before the homunculus who stared off to the side makes a kind of squeaking croak sound, and Evangeline takes that moment, walks up, and she says, "Celsus, I presume." And then he looks at her, and for the first time, acting as if he just noticed her. And then he looks back at Savannah. And he says, "Well, Miss Proctor, you've done way better than I could have imagined." Savannah stays quiet. And then she says, "Are you Celsus?" He looks at the two of them and he sighs after a second. Then he gets up and starts walking around the desk. Now, he's a short man. There's nothing about him that would scream danger out on the street. But the way he looks right now, and the stuff that she's seeing in her eyes, Savannah and even Evangeline are suddenly very, very scared. They feel like they're nothing more than a dissected frog on a table, on an operating table. He starts walking around the table, staring intently at Savannah. He says, "It's amazing how far you've come, Savannah." Savannah's a little taken back by this, and she takes a step back. And Evangeline steps forward and goes, "Are you Celsus?" And he finally looks at her. He goes, "Evangeline, you're one of the saints, aren't you? Is that what you call yourselves? Isn't that what you call yourselves?" And she, "Yes. Will you answer the question?" "Oh, you know I'm Celsus. You know who I am." But do you know who she is? And Evangeline's caught off guard. She looks at Savannah. Savannah looks at her, and Evangeline looks back. She goes, I have my suspicions. But do you know what she is? He says. Evangeline's not quite sure what to do about this situation. So she does the best she can. She says, I believe she's a saint as well. And Celsus, he smiles like an alligator with a PhD. And he says, oh, yes. Yeah, we did a good work, didn't we? Now this throws them both off. And Savannah says, what do you mean? Now she's starting to get the fire back a little bit. He says, well, he says, he gets up and he turns his back to him. He starts walking back around the other side of the desk. He says, you realize we're on the cusp of apocalypse. Actually, he says apocalypses. We're on the cusp of apocalypses. Apocalypse, Evangeline says. Oh, no, there's many more than one, he says. And you and your friends, well, I'm sorry, your human friends, not many of them are going to survive this. Any of these. Without help. Evangeline says that's no excuse for what you've been doing. It's not, he says. Oh, I disagree. But you know what's important, what's interesting is he looks right at Evangeline. You are an aberration. I don't know where you came from. You've always seemed to be around, but there isn't very many of you. And at first I ignored you because little aberrations like yourselves tend to fizzle out and go away. I never thought you'd actually keep evolving, and I didn't think what you had would pass along to children. And it doesn't, does it? Evangeline looked, and saints don't have kids. And any saint that she knows that she only knew one saint that ever had a kid, and that kid wasn't a saint. She says, if you're trying to say if you're trying to are you trying to figure out how we exist? I don't know what makes us saints or what happens. It's just a roll of the die. He goes, oh, there's no roll. Well, there are rolls of dice, isn't there? Nature is quite the gambler. But my point is, I've ignored you for so long, but you're so powerful in your own way. And I realized that you could be a lot more useful than I had first imagined. So we took one of you, maybe several of you, and we tested you. And we took some of the things we thought were important to you. And Savannah here is our first example of our work. A new human taken from, evolved from people like you to survive the coming apocalypses. So this whole time, well, Savannah never started out as a saint. Savannah was, during the experimentation that she went through, was the experiments themselves were given to many people in that facility, and Savannah was the only one who survived with the capacity. Well, a few survived, but she's the only one that survived and was able to escape and was able to get here, standing here in front of me, and having brought me another one of you, which is, I cannot wait to experiment. So what kind of experiments I can do with you. He's been saying this all this time when he started talking about Savannah and how she had been in the experimentation that had been done on her. it breaks her of this kind of like this neutral state she's in. And while he keeps talking, she gets more and more worked up. She, in order to defeat him, she has to roll one die and then choose from this list anything from... She needs to roll high, is basically what needs to happen right now. She rolled a 3, a thry. So she can do soul, a 16, rage, a 17, or a body, a 16. The body is a resist check. I think we're going body. She's hurt enough. We're going to mutate. One for Evangeline, one for Savannah. Okay, this is the other thing that has to happen. Well, you'll see. We're just gonna play this out. Savannah, Evangeline, her, and then we have to add another one, and then I think we have to add another one because he's a big boss. Okay. We get rid of the lowest one. That leaves us with a 2, which means the evaluate, reroll the highest die. I think we have something that changes mutation dice. So. The Encyclopedia Journal. Evangeline's going to reload this to upgrade the mutation dice. That means this becomes a 3, which means we cannot play evaluate powers, which is okay, because I don't think we have any evaluate powers. We don't. Okay. I hope this works out. We'll see. Oh, wait a minute. No. Hold on. I think I'd rather hold on to this. And she has this fleeting fragment where she can sacrifice it to trash one mutation die. So instead of flipping this from a 3 to a 2, she's just going to get rid of it. Now we have a 4. And the 4 says roll one die if the result is not less than their total mind. It's not less. They suffer 2. Oh, shiza. Okay, that didn't work out as good. 2 mind damage. Well, she's discarding these 2 cards. Okay. Okay, all said and done, Evangeline can help reroll 2 dice. All right. Savannah has 3 in body. She has the extra shot she's going to use to boost her body. She needs an 18, and then it's a resist. Oh, 18, so she needs... Did I really want to do 18? Well, let's see. Symbol versus a strike threat. She gets to add 1 bonus die. So if she does the rage, she'll be able to, but she won't have the extra bonus die from this. And then what kind of fragment stuff does she get over here? Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay. She gets to add her resist. Her resist skill is 2, so there. Evangeline has this enduring fragment that allows a symbol versus a resist threat, which this will be because we're using body, to add 1 bonus die. So there's another bonus die. That's not a sacrifice, so that's good. And all we need to do is win. Okay, so this is what's going to happen. We have to fight him twice. We only need to win one of them, though. So this focused state of mind that Evangeline walked in the building with comes back with she can feel and sense. This guy can't. She can sense Savannah, where Savannah's mood's going immediately, the moment it switches. And yeah, her mind goes back to the sharp state that she started at. Some of her simulating her recycle, add 1 body die. There. We have 8 dice. We're going to be able to re-roll 2 of them. Maybe, let's see, what else do we got? Some of reverse rage, bury 2 mind dice. Sacrifice heal 3. No. Some of reverse rage, yep, got that one. Okay, that's it. Oh. That sucks. Savannah has a fragment that will let her discard cards to. Anyway, let's go. We need 3 6s. And that's not the way to get them. So, oh man, I wish I had flips. Crap. Okay. We get to reroll 2 of them. Oh, we need more than that, man. No. Nope. So Savannah goes to move around the desk. She moves. He's talking, and she goes to move, and suddenly the homunculus is there, right there in front of her. Like Celsus didn't notice the change in Savannah, but the homunculus did, and she runs into him. And oh shit, yeah, she's gonna take damage. Well, she doesn't have any more cards, so wait a minute, hold on, she does have 2 cards. 9. Okay, that's 13. She needs 3. No, she needs 5 more. Okay, so she is definitely discarding these 2 cards. Took the damage. She hits him really hard, the homunculus. Celsus looks at her and you're an excellent specimen, Savannah. I cannot wait to get you back and to study you. And that's when Evangeline acts. So Evangeline needs to roll. Oh, that's a discard. Okay. Evangeline needs to roll 1 die to determine which one she has to do on the list here. Das ist gut. Das ist sehr gut. Okay, so she can do mind study 13, baby. Booyah. Yes. Right? Or does she want to rage? I think she's going to rage, actually. She's got a better chance of... that's the thing. Well, okay. Let's figure it out. So, the reason why I'm saying that... Let's see. If she did mind right now, without help, she'd get 3 purple dice. She'd get 3 dice. It's a study. She doesn't have study. She would be able to drop this to boost mind. So that would be 4 purple dice. 4 purple dice. That's not a whole lot. If she chooses to go rage, she would get 2 red dice. She doesn't have hack, but she has this here, where assemble versus threat using rage, the body operatic. She can bury 1 gift to add 2 mind dice. So she'd bury this gift and get 2 mind dice. Still not really. That's still 4 dice. Crap. Either way. And she'd be down a card, buried. But she can use the one I was... This too. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Hold up. What am I thinking? Dudes? These here? That little symbol right there means she can use it. Killer. Okay, we're doing mind. I don't think I'm going to mutate this sucker. Well, what's the worst? Yeah, I don't want to take any damage. I think we're just gonna try it without mutation. Okay. So, 3 mind dice. All right. She's gonna discard this to boost mind. Relic and study doesn't give her anything. Then we're going to use the night autopsy to bury 1 gift, the plague mask, to add 2 body dice. We're going to bury this to add 2 body dice. And then I wish we had a bonus die for rerolling our -1. Okay, we need 13. I need a drink. One, 7, 12. Give me 1. If I had held on to a card, I would have 1 right now. Oh, hey, wait a minute. The toothless one. Teeth taste funny, especially when they're not yours. Evaluate. Sacrifice. And this is Savannah's, but this little symbol means she can use it. It's on that side. Sacrifice. Explode 1s and 2s. Okay. We have 2 2s, which means we get to explode, which means she gets to re-roll. Not re-roll them, but roll 2 additional dice for those 2 2s. So we're going to do this. We're going to set this aside. All I need is a 4. Six. The Savannah rushes, and Evangeline knew she was going to do that. The moment Savannah, the homunculus, steps in front, though, so Evangeline almost knew that was going to happen too, but she's already on the other side of the desk, and she grabs. That's the whole mind and study part. So she noticed the homunculus was going to do that. Had noticed Savannah. Savannah was kind of like sucking up all the energy other than Celsus. He just was talking, and one of those types of people that loves to hear himself. And Evangeline's already across the desk, and has him. She has him. She grabs him, and she's a lot stronger than she definitely appears. And she's got a well, let's just go with she put a knife to his throat, right? She's grabbed him, she's got a knife to his throat. And she says, "If I kill you, is it going to stop all this bullshit you've got going on?" And he says, "Of course not, darling. Of course not. But it'd be interesting. It's an interesting question," he says. Ooh, okay. Let me get rid of that. Okay. Whew. All right. The homunculus turns and immediately puts itself around Savannah. So now there's a bit of a standoff between Evangeline and Celsus and the homunculus and Savannah. And Celsus says, "I think if you needed to stop what I'm doing, here in Stonewall's office wouldn't be the place to do that. Why don't you come? Why don't I have you for tea? Come, we'll have a conversation of sorts." I can have him kill her in a variety of ways if you don't let me go now. And when he says that, the homunculus, these needles kind of grow out of it, like thorns. They start edging out. She's sure that's a trick of her eyes, but Evangeline swears she sees liquid dripping, not dripping, but like coming off of it, of all these different thorns. It's got Savannah. So she makes a decision and lets him go. Well, no, she goes her first. And he says before he says anything, he says, "Are you accepting my invitation?" And Evangeline says, "Oh, you bet I am. We will come and we will have tea." So he looks at the homunculus, and the homunculus lets go of Savannah. And Evangeline looks at Savannah and gives her this look like, "Don't do anything. Don't do anything now." So Celsus, she lets him go, and he just walks like, just like it was just any other thing, going around the desk. And he and the homunculus walk out, and he turns back and he says, we'll be expecting you shortly. And then they leave out the door. All the adrenaline and all the everything that's been happening to so far kind of hits Savannah and Evangeline really hard right now, and they kind of decompress. Evangeline goes over and closes the door and locks the office door, and they take a few minutes to get themselves around. That's the end of the turn, not the end of the game. No, we got one more location, but we did seal that location, luckily. It's a good thing too. There's a bunch of stuff coming. All right, get this out of the way. It's going. And like I did last time, I'm going to shuffle this bad boy. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Savannah's drawn back up. Evangeline has no cards. I think we're going to stay a turn. Savannah is this one. No. I'm sorry. It's Evangeline's turn. She's going to draw this. And then she's going to end her turn and draw back up. Reset her hand to 6, 3, 4, 5, 6. This time she's got a good assortment of cards. We're going to pass the turn back over to Savannah. And they're going to... when they leave the office, they go back down. This time, when they get to the base, not the basement, but the first floor, everyone's watching them. In fact, it's quiet. Everybody stops and everybody just stares at them. And Evangeline looks at the lady who had helped them find Stonewall's office before, and the lady looks at her and looks down and looks really afraid. Evangeline says, "Look, dear, do you think you could tell me where Mr. and the girl looks at her and she goes, "You take a right out of here. You walk 3 blocks down, and you take a left, and it's after the copse of trees. Just keep going you'll find a path. It's a dirt path. Follow that path all the way back, and you'll find what you're looking for. Just please go." So, with everybody watching them uncomfortably, Evangeline and Savannah walk out, and they follow the directions. They take the it's like a wooded kind of campus area, it's a park in the middle of their campus, and they take this dirt track that seems like no one's kind of overgrown, and eventually they come out, and it's an old like Victorian style home that looks like it's been kept up, but also looks like it's been kept up, but just so that it doesn't fall down is all. And there's a big porch and a big swing chair on the porch, but there's no one else around. So Savannah is going to draw an omen of hope. Woo-ha. Okay. Part 2. We're going to flip this sucker over. The girls feel good. Whatever happens now is going to end something. Whether it's, them or him. Symbol using body, add a bonus die. Who the frick is Brain Jack? Would you take the wire? Would I? Okay. So, it's almost like a peaceful, serene kind of, they almost expect to see the swing on the porch kind of start swinging. It's afternoon. What time is it? It's like, I'd say it's late afternoon at this point. They go to walk up the steps to this big old porch, and the screen door, the screen door opens, and they realize that their front door wasn't open, but the screen door was just, it was just a screen door. Bursting out of the screen door is this large dude without a head. That's crazy. He's like got a metal. Yeah. So he's got this like, it has got this metal apparatus on where its head should be. And it's all roided up, and it comes bursting out of the door. And what's really scary is it kind of sees them. They can tell by its body that it sees them. And there's just electronic roar as it comes barreling down the steps, down the porch at them. All right, so evaluate. Treat all 6s as 7s. You cannot re-roll 1s or 2s. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. This is Savannah. Of course it is. Good. Savannah's got tools to do this. The choice is body or rage. What's our mutation here? Our mutation is fiery. Okay. Don't want to roll a 3. Okay. Anything above a 3 is pretty good. Okay. So we're going to mutate. We're going to, one for Evangeline, one for Savannah, another one for Savannah, because we're going to, her rage, we're going to do rage. Yeah, rage? Yes. And then Evangeline, 2 for, and 1 because of the mission. Nice. Get rid of the lowest one. We're left with a 5. 5. Each assisting saint recycles 1 ally gift. Okay. Do I have an ally gift? Savannah doesn't. She ain't got no friends except for Evangeline. Evangeline doesn't have an ally gift in her hand, so. Haha. Okay. Oh, wait. Hold up. Now, the decision is body or rage. Maybe I do want to use body because I got a free die here. Well, no. I'm going to use a rage because I rolled for Savannah to mutate. Savannah can help herself because her rage is at the bottom facing her. Okay. Man. This location's starting with bullshit right away. Okay. I think we're pulling out a murder board here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be recycling that into our deck, adding a... Wait, hold on. Wait, 1, 2, 3. We're going to be able to re-roll 5, so that's cool. There's that. Do I have a resist tool in my hand? That would be awesome. The phylactery. I could use that to evaluate. No. No resists. Alright. Murder board. I'll just go, I'll recycle that too. And it has strike, and she has strike, so it's going to add a bonus die. Strike 1. That's a recycle. And then she has the, hold up. I don't know if I want to blow all my cards. Well, this isn't going to, nothing. She's going to be able to draw, so, okay. We're going to do it. Assemble versus a threat. Recycle this. Add 1 body or rage die. Rage. Okay. And then, what can Evangeline do? She can help during evaluate. Okay. 5 dice. But she can re-roll all of them. Okay, oh wait. Symbol versus using mind. Symbol versus resist threat. No. Symbol versus a threat using rage. Bury 1. The body operatic. Bury 1 gift. Add 2 mind dice. I've had the time of my life. Okay, I'm gonna bury Godmother. Bury Godmother to add 2 mind dice to this bad boy. Here we go. Let's do it. I'm not messing around this game. Also not roll. Ooh, never mind. Treat all 6s as 7s. Okay. So that's 14. That's sweet. 3 body and or rage gifts. Boo. Okay. All right. This thing coming down the stairs, but Savannah meets it halfway up the stairs and kicks one of its legs, and it topples, it screeches out in like a metallic rage and falls. And when it hits the ground, it hits its head. Well, it's not a head, right? It's like some kind of metal apparatus. When it falls, she sees that it's kind of the metal apparatus is hooked to something on its back, and she just grabs a handful of wires and pulls them out, and there's a short circuit sound, and the body just kind of flails for a little while. In fact, it's still twitching as they like walk up the porch and walk in the house. Neutralized. Body jack. Brain jack. She's gonna draw back up. 1, 2, 3. Good job, Savannah. Evangeline's turn. They have entered the house, and they got an Omen of Doom. Oh, before you recycle 1 non-mind gift. Okay, so she had to recycle. She didn't do that. She needs to recycle non-mind. She's going to recycle the phylactery. Okay. Add a bonus die for a gift. Oh, wait. If you have 4+ enduring fragments, stash this. Okay, it's getting stashed. Watchmaker. Wow, this is like this is great. This is like a series of mini bosses. So when they walk in, there's a guy standing there. Big open foyer. There's a guy standing there, and he looked like he had a little, almost like a little remote control, it kind of feels like. And he just looks at Savannah. He's like, that was he was neutralized way quicker than I expected. I'm gonna have to update him, and definitely some upgrades to protect the wiring in his back. Yeah. So this is a golem. So this guy's like, so the guy is almost cyborged. Maybe one of his arms is all metal and all robotic. He seems much more interested in figuring out what's the best way to upgrade the brain jack than actually dealing with them. But they're gonna have to deal with him in some way, shape, or form. So this is on Evangeline. Okay. Let's see. Mind? I guess mind is yes. Mind it is. Mutate it? Yeah, let's mutate it. 2, 3. Ooh, get rid of that. It's 3. Assemble. Trash 1 body die, 1 mind die, 1 soul die. Boo. And 1 soul die. Do I have any ways to upgrade my mutated dice? Or did I already blow all that shit? I think I might have blown all that stuff. Yes, I did. Okay. Got to trash one of these mind dies. Awesome. Or do I want to choose? No, I can't. Fine. Whatevs. Alright, she does not share any of the skills with him. Surge. Conjure. Yes. She can, the Mondrian cell is all about her being able to see the patterns, the larger patterns around her. So, yeah. So there's something here that she needs to see. This is just all these people are just a waste of time. He wants to weaken them before they get to him. So she does realize that Celsus is definitely afraid of them. Otherwise, he wouldn't have all these. That's a pretty easy thing to see. Now, on top of that, this guy, he's run on power too. That's what she's going to realize. So, let's see. This shares a skill with her. She's got Conjure. It's got Conjure. It gives her 2 bonus dice. So that's cool. Discard that. Nothing else on that front. And symbol using body. Nothing. Oh, crap. Okay. 5 dice. She needs 15. And we get to reroll 3. Symbol versus a resist threat. Nope. Symbol using rage. Nope. Symbol versus a threat using mind. The Night Autopsy. Bury 1 gift. Well, we will bury Mr. Bear. No. Yes. We'll bury Mr. Bear. Hold up. Wait a minute. Bone saw. Yes. Oh, that's burying. Burying. To add to body dice. Okay. Not good. So 6. And then we're gonna re-roll 3 of them. Oh no, we're gonna re-roll these 3 mind dice. I like the 6 though. Alright, 6, 4, and 3 is 13. Okay. I was supposed to bury that Mondrian cell, by the way. Did I have something that was going to be able to help me here? I feel like tonight we're just barely, well, really, that's not a feel. We are really just barely making everything. Okay. Do I do that now, or do I take the terminate body resistance? If any saints fail, they suffer 1 body damage. I'm assuming sound is okay here, because I didn't realize I'd left my volume on. I'll fix that. Okay. I guess I'll take the point of damage. I can't be doing any fancy flipping. I gotta trash a... Well, it doesn't matter. I gotta trash a body die, trash a mind die, and a soul die. I don't have any soul dies. I don't have any way... I do have one way to make a 1, but I'm not gonna waste it now. I'm not even gonna waste it now. I don't know if it'd be waste, but... I do... Yeah. Or shit, do we just... Screw it, let's blow it all. Alright, so the slow burn. You knew it was a bad idea, leaping into that burning house. So we can sacrifice this fleeting fragment to discard any number of cards, then add that number to the result. We're going to discard 1 card. An Omen of Doom. Add 1 to that. She comes around the table. And I mean, he's not at the table, but I imagine him standing kind of a little bit back in the foyer near a table with a lamp and that kind of stuff, where he's kind of like tinkering. She goes to move up on him, and she sees him, that he's connected. He's got wires connected to him as well, and she goes to reach for them, and he goes to move, but she anticipates that move, and she goes in further and grabs it and pulls from him. And sure enough, just like she thought, he was plugged in as well to something, and or he was also and he stops and deactivates. Okay. Do we want to... I don't think we want to. We're going to take it easy. Since we have a bunch of... She's going to stop. 1, 2, 3. Draw back up. I'm going to move to Savannah's turn. Draw an Omen of Doom. All right. I got to check. I got some support cards here. We got a trauma kit. I think we're going to use it. Sacrifice to heal 3. If you healed in... We do not have hack. Got to sacrifice it though. Yeah, she's gonna heal herself 3. One, two, 3. Sacrifice. What other support stuff we got? Support. Start. All right. Oh, here we go. Evangeline can use the Seer. Let's do it. Examine 2. Shuffle any number of the examined threats into their nexus. Discard this card instead. Or recycle. Okay, so it's a trauma and a phylactery. We're not going to get rid of either one of those. We'll recycle that. The house seems pretty quiet, is what Evangeline's deciding. Ashley, what does this allow us to do again? Shuffle any number of examiners into their nexus. Yeah, let's do that. We're going to shuffle them. We don't got all night. Be messing with phylacteries. And discard this instead. Fine. That was a support. And she also has the atomizer. Sacrifice 2, heal 2, draw 2, and recycle 2. No, she's going to hold on to that. Alright. It is Savannah's turn. Savannah is going to drop her righteous anger. If you have 5+ enduring fragments, 1, 2, 3, 4. She does not. Pretty soon, though. Pretty soon. What did I just do with yours? There we go. Okay. As Evangeline moves in, Savannah has moved in as well. To kind of flank, but eventually pulls the cords and it falls. And then Savannah goes over to look at it, and she's trying to take the little box, thinking that maybe it would be helpful to control that brain jack thing. When she's pulling out, though, she notices this. She gets this tingling feeling and feeling like stuff's kind of crawling up her hands off of it. Gonna roll to see if she drops it in time. Oh, that's cool. We're gonna mutate. We're gonna use. We're gonna do mind. We get the trash mutation dice, which means basically we don't have to. We get a free mutation. All right, so she's gonna do mind 3. Resistance study. She has a study of 1. Symbol uses versus a threat using mind. She can bury a gift, add 2 body dice. She'll bury this to add 2 body dice. Wait, and I get to add a bonus die because the Omen of Hope. Sweet. That's now we're back. Now we're back in business, ladies and gentlemen. Now we're back in business. She drops the thing like it's hot potatoes, and she keeps reminding herself, don't touch anything. What's the doom side of this thing? Before you reset, you may bury 1 non-mind gift, otherwise recycle all non-mind gifts. I think she's going to reset her hand. She's going to recycle 3 of these cards. And then draw up to 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Pass the turn to Evangeline. This thing's gone. Another Omen of Hope. And avoid, you may avoid. Oh, wait. If you have 6, no, we do not. She does not. Omen of Doom. Okay. Minion 2. He's a genius, you know. You know that. Oh, I know. This is. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, okay. He's a genius, you know, says somebody, and Evangeline and Savannah whirl around, and this man who's not Celsus comes walking down the stairs. And he, he's not overly imposing. He's not a homunculi. He's not an ancient being of some sort. Just a normal looking, smug, doctored looking fellow. Says, he's a genius, In fact, he doesn't even say. I think he invented genius, to be exact. Hello, Savannah, he says. And Savannah grits her teeth, and it's like, you're some of my best work. He told me to make you look like we messed up. And boy, did I nail that. Meet the doctor who fucked up Savannah Proctor's face. And Kevin, whose turn is it? Who just played that Omen of... Oh, it's Evangeline. Right? No. It's Savannah. It's Savannah, right? Because... Yeah, it's got to be. Right? Or did I just screw up the... No, Savannah took care of the contagion. Now it's back to Evangeline. Yes, it's Evangeline's turn. All right, during evaluate, roll 1 die and subtract your body from the result. Trash that number of dice. Oh, wow. But Savannah... Oh, that's only when Savannah's doing it. Dang. Lose. She has a power against trash and dice. We don't want to avoid. We want to... This ends now. Okay. Mind? Oh boy, she is holding the wrong hand for all this. BS. Well, she can use the whole night autopsy, threat using mind, sacrifice for 2 body. It's a charm. She has charm, so that's cool. Does she have a conjure gift? Because that'd be way better. A symbol using body. Ooh. Oh. A symbol versus a gift. This is not a gift. Well, body's not as good as her mind, so it's going to be a wash. Okay, fine. Body, mind it is. Let's mutate. 1 for Savannah, or 2 for Savannah, and 1 for the mission. Oh, and 1 because he's a minion A. All right, let's get rid of 1. That means if we got a 2. Mutate, suffer 1. Oh, you know what? Fine. Everybody suffers 1 rage damage. Fine. Pink taser, gone. Wave of mutation, gone. Gone. All right. Fine. Now she's got help. Mind-wise, yes. All right. 3 mind. We're going to play... we have no mind gifts to play. She has charm. He has charm. Savannah. A symbol using body. Nope. Win versus threat. Nope. A symbol versus a threat. Recycle the Halligan bar. And then add 1 body or rage. Body. We're recycling. And damage. Okay, good. 5 dice. Man. I always feel like I'm really behind on dice here. I can re-roll 3 of them. We need a 15. It's no joke. This adventure is no joke, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so we get to re-roll 3 of them. Oops, that was a 4. Oh boy. Do I have any more Hail Mary things going on here? I don't. I really don't. Oh, wait. Symbol, damage. Let's do a damage. Okay. That is a 13. Target was 15. Oh, evaluate. I still have to do the evaluate thing. Evaluate. Roll 1 die. Here we go. Subtract your body from the result. 2. My body is 2, so it's 0. So I didn't have to trash any dice, so that's good. But I'm taking a... Is it seriously 13? So taking 2 points of damage. But Savannah is going to play the worry beads so that I recycle that damage. recycle that damage. And then when I lose, I got to sacrifice 1 soul gift from my discard pile. So there goes the seer. That was a recycle. Evangeline walks up and she says, while he's looking at Savannah, she says, so you're another second-rate plastic surgeon. Great. We came to talk to your boss. Would you mind getting out of the way or telling us where he is? And he looks at her and he smiles and says, well, of course, you came for tea. And then he just walks back upstairs. That's the best I got. He is going to be shuffled back in. And they're going to have to, they're going to have to deal with him. Oh, he says, she says, you're just another second-rate plastic surgeon. We're looking for your boss. He says, well, you're just another second-rate sidekick to Evangeline. And then turns and walks back upstairs. So she recycled her damage. He got shuffled back in. She's gonna go ahead and draw back up in 2, 3. Wait, she's got to recycle 1 non-mind gift. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. They spar verbally, and it doesn't work out for her. Oh, that's her discard pile. Okay. And it passed the turn to Savannah. Oh, shit. Okay, so this is the first time we drew a minion from the Omen deck tonight. I got to roll this little die here. It's a 4. And that means... Where'd you go? Oh, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Savannah needs to fight off a bout of necrosis. She doesn't realize that was the stuff that was on the thing that she touched, and there was still some on her, and she doesn't realize she's got to fight it off right now. Body or soul? Let's do soul since it's a 14. And Evangeline can't help, so there's no mutation here. So she has 3 in her soul. Resist 2. Well, that's good. That's good. She can use sparks to... she can discard that to boost body soul. So we're going to do this. That's not 14, man. None of that is 14. So, yeah. Bad news. So what? Damage with pleep. Nope. End with 9+. Bear the top right. Nope. Okay. Am I supposed to... Is there a rule for taking damage from maladies? Am I supposed to... add symptoms, or what happens? Maladies. Okay. There's no real... other than the damage she takes. So she Savannah realizes that she's shaking. And at first she's like, why? In her mind, she's trying to rationalize, what this guy doesn't scare me. I've heard worse. What is bothering me? But she looks down, and she feels the shaking is actually involuntary, and she feels like where she felt like something running up her hand when she had picked up the thing, now she's feeling like daggers in her skin, and she puts her hands down and tries to ignore the pain, but it's there and it's real. So great. That's just fantastic. She's going to end her turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She doesn't have many cards left. We gotta make this happen. Oh god. Oh wow. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. The ladies go up the stairs. I mean, what else are they gonna do? They're gonna follow this asshole. But that's okay, because hope is still with them. Oh, no, she didn't have any cards to discard. And avoid, you may avoid. Phylactery. I'm just going to roll for Savannah. I mean, this is Evangeline. Okay. So, yeah. I got nothing for how that. The Evangeline takes a second wind. She looks at Savannah. Are you okay? And Savannah, I'm fine. Let's do this. Let's move. And Evangeline, yeah. Evangeline gets her second wind, and they go up the stairs. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Draw one card. Oh, she gets a draw card. Okay. And then when they get to the top of the stairs, the landing, they find something they weren't necessarily expecting. Well, let's see if that helps. Let's see. This is going to be 4. She has conjure. So, see if she gets it. Why? This is the roll I need coming up. They find children's drawings. There's a big window that overlooks behind the house, which is like a field with. Actually, no, it's not children's drawings. Let's just say when they get to the top of the stairs, the evening sun is almost setting, but it's kind of cast the field behind the house in this golden light, and it does enough to kind of rejuvenate Evangeline and Savannah to a degree, and help them refocus as they look around looking for where the guy had gone upstairs. Just gonna keep that. That's very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want to discard or recycle. I can recycle anything I want. I'm gonna recycle one of these bad boys, and we're gonna draw. Pass the turn to. Oh shit. Okay, things are going down bad, like fast for Savannah. 2. 1, 2. She is catching it all. Wow, if we had 9+ symptoms out right now, we'd have to give her up. She would transform. Okay. We got a lot of omens of doom in our hand we want to get rid of. We're going to do body. Yeah. Body. Evangeline is going to help. I think I was supposed to roll it. Yeah, another die. Okay. 3, trash 1, body die. Great. Okay, that's fantastic. She doesn't have anything She being Savannah doesn't have anything to play. I don't want to waste any of these cards. I really don't want to. Evangeline's got a really good hand right now. Well, okay, wait, hold on. We got to trash a body die, so we're going to trash... Oh, wait. Did I really just roll 3 dice? That's all she rolled on this? She has... No, she has resist, too. Sorry. She has resist. It has resist. Okay, here we go. This is better. We got to trash a body die, but we still got 16. So, the thing she has touched... well, anyway, she did not... Her body is fighting off the Better Tomorrow virus. She's not mutating right now. So that's good. That's a freaking win right there. All right. So she's going to recycle 4 cards in order to draw 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We are in the best place we can be. Don't be a minion. Okay. Looks like we got to flip to Deviltry, Doom. Trauma. Oh. I'm going to flip this back over like we should have. And Star Clock. Star Clock. Okay. I'm just going to roll her 3 dice. Wow. Okay. So they start looking around the top floor. The house seems bigger upstairs than it is downstairs, with like several large rooms. As they start moving through the rooms, it looks like they've been set up and decorated by someone, but haven't been touched in a long time. In fact, there's a little bit of dust on all of them. And in one of the rooms is a star clock that it's kind of like a Stonehenge slash a sundial. She suspects that the moonlight will come through the window at the right time, or starlight even. I don't know how we're going to use this, but we've got it. And screw it. Yes. Right. The last card. It's a star clock, he says, stepping out through a doorway from another room, as Savannah and Evangeline are looking at looking around the room and at the star clock. It was used to keep track of constellations, or was it an attempt to keep track of constellations? Or find new ones. This is Evangeline again. And she is ready for him. But are we ready for Celsus? Because we have to take Celsus out. Definitely mind. Definitely mutating. Man, I don't like this fiery mutation right now. That's better than swarming, right? 1, 2 for Savannah. 1 for the mission. 1 because he's a minion. Do I have anything for ditching? Nope, no. Nothing for ditching mutated dice. So that means what? Everybody suffers 1 rage damage. Okay, whatever. I got our bone saw discard. Fine. Savannah. Actually, that's not. I could think of worse ones. That's actually not a bad one. She's got to discard something that's not rage. Discard a Halligan bar. Halligan bar. Okay. That's discard. Okay. Okay, buddy. There. We get to re-roll 3 of them. We are going to... We're going to use this star clock to our advantage. Oh, he's got charm. She's got charm. Oh, but I'd rather use this conjure. The star clock has a conjure. Conjure is going to use... Okay, we're going to boost our mind with it, and our conjure is 2 dice. A lot of bang for a buck there. That's a sacrifice, too. Is this a holy gift? No, of course not. Huh. Yeah, I know exactly what we're going to do now. Let's see. Symbol versus a mutated card. Recycle the Wolfram Cube to add 1 body die. Okay, 7 dice, get 15. We can re-roll 3 of them. Let's do it. Let's do it. That's the way we need to be rolling next. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. I gotta re-roll. I gotta roll 1 die for evaluate and subtract my body from the result. Oh shit. Well, I rolled a 5. My body's 2. I gotta trash 3 dice. That's fine. I'll trash these 3 dice. That still leaves us with 16. Evangeline walks up to the star clock because he's looking at it. She goes, "This looks really old." And he says, "Oh, it's very, very old. Priceless even." Just like, and then she grabs it and she starts to shove it over. And he's like, "Well, what are you doing? Stop." She's like, "Take us to Celsus now. We tired of this. We're tired. We need to talk to him now." "Fine, the tea is ready," he says. And he turns and he says, "Follow me." And they follow him into a room and then yet another room. For some reason, this house upstairs is huge. And sure enough, they walk into a room that looks more like a study. And there's Celsus sitting there with his cup of tea. And the other dude leaves. And it's showdown. Showdown time. And that was Evangeline. So Evangeline's still up. Let's roll. Yes! Yes! So Evangeline rolls a 6. So she can choose Mind Study again. Which I think is what she wanted to do, right? Yeah. Or Rage Hack. No, she wants to do Mind. She needs a Mind of 13 to beat him. I need to take a quick break. Really quick. I will be right back, ladies and gentlemen. All right. The other guy leaves. Celsus is sitting there. The behind him is a big picture window, very big, looking out from behind the back of the house again. It's a beautiful field. Evangeline knows this guy likes to talk, and she's also kind of figured that if he's the granddaddy of science, she has a feeling. Well, she gets the feeling that he's a psychopath. Too. He's got this big, I just want to do shit to see what happens kind of vibe going on. So she asks him, she just starts asking him questions. She wants to get him talking. She walks, while he's talking, Savannah stays at the back and, stands when Evangeline walks and looks out the window behind him, but below the window is it's a pool, but it hasn't been used in a long ass time. An empty pool, a concrete empty pool, some statues and stuff before it becomes lawn and then field out behind them with flowers and stuff. Very pretty. Sun's rapidly going down, and she asked him what kind of tests he wants to run on Savannah. She's going to get him talking about what he's going to do to Savannah, and there's it's all become very clear to Evangeline. She's sad about it, but she doesn't really know how she doesn't have any other answer. So she's starting to move the pieces on the board to possibly get the outcome that she thinks everybody needs. We're going to roll the dice to see if she does that. She needs a mind roll of 13, study if she's got it. She doesn't have study, but she's got other stuff she can play. I'm not going to mutate this because I don't want to screw it. I know that I didn't work last time, but this is only a 13 now. I'm not going to mutate it because I got a bunch of cards to play. I don't want to screw it up. So glad she rolled a 6. Okay, so first up, we're going to play Wishful Thinking. Right, is that what I'm... hold on. Conjure, we're going to play this. Yes. I'm playing this to boost my mind die, but it also uses Conjure, which gives me 2 extra bonus dice because that's what I got. I got Conjure. I say I got a bunch of cards, but that's it. Yeah, that's seriously it. Okay. Symbol, a threat using rage. No. Symbol. Oh, wait. Symbol versus a threat using mind. I can bury a gift. Let's bury the phylactery to add 2 body dice. Okay, here we go. We need 13. We're not re-rolling anything. See if her plan... All right, I got a 5 over here, a 4 over here, and a 6 there. Well, that's definitely... We definitely got 13s here, ladies and gentlemen. Recycle one. Yeah. Recycle, do that. Okay. So she gets him, because he wants to talk about... She asks him, what are you going to do with Savannah? And what are you going to do with me? And he's gladly obliges to talk about the wonderful things he sees with Savannah and the way he's going to use her. And Evangeline can, without even looking at Savannah, can feel her getting the anger and darkness inside her kind of rising up. And she turns, when she starts feeling that, she turns, she's behind him. Savannah can see her, and he can't. And she gives her some kind of she gives her some kind of indication. She gives her a sign. I wish I could think of the perfect sign right now, but what she does draws Savannah's attention to the window. Actually, just her being back there does it. Savannah keeps getting worked up. Now, based on the adventure here, this wasn't over. Savannah has to beat him as well. We don't have to both beat him. We just have to not both lose to him. But she has to roll. So we're gonna do that now. Recycle. That was a discard. Okay. So it is Savannah's turn. She has to roll one of these dice. Oh, that's exactly what. Oh yeah. Okay. 4. Okay. She can use mind 15, soul, rage, or body. Okay. She's gonna use the lowest, mind, for 15. What does she got in her hand? She's got 2. Yeah, because she's got 2 mind gifts in her hand. Trying to decide if we're going to mutate. I don't want to. This mutation sucks. Okay. I'm going to ask, okay, I have something in mind. I did not plan this. I did not plan this. It's kind of just come about. There's a series of decisions that I'm about to make that will bring about one ending or another. I'm going to ask Heroic, if you're still watching, if anybody wants to speak up, should I mutate now? What could happen is we could suffer rage damage, which means I might discard a card that's important to Savannah. I might have to trash a body die, trash a mind die, trash a soul die, or nothing could happen really all that bad. The upside is it will allow us to re-roll three dice. Going once, going twice. Okay. We're not going to mutate. We will... Her resist is 2. We're going to... Okay, so she starts with 3. We're going to boost her 4. We're going to use a resist skill. She has resist, which adds 2 bonus die. Then what else we got here? Oh, yeah. She can symbol versus a threat using mind. Bury 1 gift. She's going to bury a phylactery to add 2 body dice. So this isn't that bad. We're not re-rolling any. She only needs a 15. Let's see what happens. Savannah is getting worked up, and Evangeline can see it, and then they meet, their eyes lock, and it's as if the 3 months that have gone on of them going up and down the coast has been 30 years. A bond has been created between them where they're like sisters, soulmates of something clicks, and it does it even more so then. And it's almost as if they're trading thoughts between each other right then. Savannah noticeably comes, not that Celsus notices. She starts walking up, and out of the shadows the homunculus comes out, and like he wasn't there. Celsus wasn't there unprotected. The surgeon is nearby, but Savannah walks up, and the homunculus moves out, and she says, "Father." And he looks up, a little bit in surprise. Oh, no, not in surprise. He looks up with a smile that says, "Oh, I've heard this so many times in the past. Yes, I am your father. I'm the father of everything." And she says, "What can you make me better?" He says, "Absolutely. We can." And he stands up. And when he stands up, that's when she strikes. Quicker than the homunculus can get in the way, quicker than the surgeon could even realize. She's got him, and she's moving so fast all the way back, and she hits the window and smashes through it and throws him out through it. She actually throws both of themselves, but she does it near Evangeline, and when they hit the window, boom, hoping like God it doesn't like just go boom, but she smashes through it, and Evangeline grabs her as she pushes Savannah pushes Celsus out, and he falls back, and she can almost see the look in his eyes, like he's trying to figure out like what is actually going to happen. And will he survive or will he won't? And he's still doing that calculation when his body hits one of the statues, and she hears his back break snap, and then his body hits with a hard thump on the concrete, and blood starts pooling out from his head, and he's staring up, still trying to figure out what's going to happen next as his soul fades and he dies. The homunculus roars and comes running, and Evangeline just holding it pulls Savannah out of the way, but it just goes right past them. It doesn't even care. It like jumps, falling to join its father. When the girls look back a couple minutes later, they realize that the doctor is gone. He left immediately. They catch their breath, and for however long that takes them, and then they leave. So the whole thing I was talking about earlier is if she would have failed this role, she was going to go out the window with him, and we were going to end her as a character, just for drama. But she didn't. She rolled. They both succeeded. The dice decided what was going to go on. Now that Savannah, well, when we next see Savannah and Evangeline, we will next see them. They're not going to be in the next set, though. We're gonna, yeah, you'll see. But when we next see them, we will rejoin and find out where Savannah is now, as in then, what kind of happens after this event. I want to pull up the mission card. Oh, it's right here. The bodiless field. Physicians pioneered the so-called bloodless field by bringing part of the body so close to death that lack of blood became the least of its concerns. Later came techniques to fully isolate limbs, organs, tissues such that they could be repaired while completely separate from the body. You ask about reassembly. The response? What about it? This is an interesting one. Play the Mind Gift Quintessence, or the Rage of Gift Wave of Mutation, which Savannah has, to lower the cost by 2. So what does that mean? That means Wave of Mutation, which I've not even used yet, lets you Exchange a threat with a new threat. Discard, which means you can put it back on. It's lowering the cost by 2, means it goes back on top of your deck. It's a reload. Sure. Okay. Savannah will take that one. And then I need 2 new ones for Evangeline to choose from. If we hadn't had the fleeting fragments, this would have went really bad earlier. The Conjurer, the Sunderland orphanage was no place for kids. Everyone in the building had a hollow look. If you didn't, the headmaster had planned to give you one. There were sounds in his office that never made it out. Some of them were from people. Some were not. Sacrifice. Trash any number bonus side and add +1 for each trash bonus. Let's do that one. Because I already see this car one. Sacrifice and move. Don't care. All right. That finishes up the Book of Physicians. We will be next week. We're going to be moving to a new book. I'm not going to tell you which one yet. I know exactly what we're doing. Next week is going to be a new... it's not going to be a new book. It's going to be something slightly different. I'm kind of excited about it. So tune in next week for... I will tell you this. It's going to be a new character. It's going to be a new character, and it'll be the beginning of a new book. So tune in next week. Thanks for joining me, and Viva la Dungeon! Oh, hey, if you got any comments about how this story is going, if you think it could have went differently, if you got any comments on, this worked, that didn't, love to hear it. Honestly love to hear it. So take it easy. Viva la Dungeon!